It was a huge honor to be the guy lucky enough to just happen to be out for a training flight. I received a call that we were going to be potentially launched on a search and rescue somewhere near Flaming Gorge Reservoir.
Kind of just feel lucky to have been involved in this thing. Like it was essentially a refamiliarization. Once particularly, flying with Mr. Van Dremelen, it was like going back in a way, to a deployed environment.
It was a pretty big search area. So we were searching an entire mountainous area that was heavily forested in big parts of it. And no matter how good your sensor is, searching through thick pine forest is difficult.
He was doing the bulk of the work as far as like flying the aircraft and keeping us safe. I was able to work the sensors and work together as a crew.
We're always happy to get stateside support missions. I know that we're an attack platform, and so this is kind of a non-standard way of employing us, but our sensors are amazing, especially when it comes to doing missions like this. And we've proven in the last few years that, for us to go and search for lost hikers or in any capacity in a search and rescue, we're really good at finding people and stuff.
But ultimately, it was, being at the right place, the right time, and all those supporting elements that got us where we needed to be.
We ended up finding the area of interest and passing out of search and rescue because of the sensors on the aircraft.
CFMO is Construction Facilities Management Office, and our Environmental Resource Management Office is underneath them. We work collaboratively with them on a lot of different projects. We got first place for our collaboration with CFMO on the Army Reserves construction project on the south side of camp. So that project involved constructing several buildings in an area where a sensitive archaeological site was located. So through consultation with CFMO, state agencies, Guard Bureau, and federal tribes, we were able to come to a resolution that avoided impacts to that site in a really quick manner. So normally these consultations take a year or more. We were able to complete those and meet regulatory requirements in 3 months. So the new Nephi Armory, we worked quite a few years ago on the utilities that went to the armory. They went through private land, which impacted an archaeological site. And so we were out there monitoring to make sure that the utility installation didn't impact anything in that site.
I'm an operations warrant officer in 19th Special Forces Group, and I was the lead planner for 19th Group's participation in the 10th Mountain Division's Summit Strike exercise in November of 2024. As the Army pivots towards more large-scale combat operations, the ability of special operations and conventional forces to work together and cooperate becomes more important. The focus of special operations moving forward is something called the soft space cyber triad, which is essentially our ability to learn how to use different levels of capability, space-based assets, cyberspace assets, and our own sensors and capability in a coordinated manner. This is very different from a legacy global war on terror, counter-terror mission, because it's focused on large-scale armed combat. Doing an exercise like this provides us with the opportunity to just get a lot of sensors and systems together in the same place and figure out how to get them to talk with each other. Getting together and cooperating and pooling all of our puzzle pieces to create the effect that we need is the way forward into the future. We were very impressed with 10th Mountain Division. When you're working with an organization like that, it's important to be involved in their planning early and be involved through all stages of the planning. A lot of very good staff put a lot of effort in both organizations into figuring out how to work together in a very smooth and coordinated manner.
Every medic in the Army has to maintain their continuing education hours to maintain their certification as a National Registry EMT. So we're due hours every year, and we like to combine those hours into one event and do some sort of fun culminating event to test that training, do some evaluations, and make sure we're ready to go for the following year. So that's what we've done with the 222nd Field Artillery, and yeah, it's a great event. We get together and we do 4 or 5 days of classroom training, and we get a good opportunity to collaborate with each other on things we've learned in the last year, we'll do evaluations on each other and do various interventions, medical interventions, make sure that we're good at those. But one of the cool things is getting together at the end and doing a best medic competition, where each medic who's present gets to show their skills in medicine, but also in basic soldiering and tactics, and being able to ruck march and work under austere conditions, cold and rain and wind and snow. They need to be good at tactics and understand tactics. They need to be able to clear a building. They need to be able to work with a team, whether it's a fire team or a team of medics. They need to be able to work with civilian assets as well. Not only do you get sustainment hours, which are required, but we also get to build relationships and network. Getting to work with soldiers that we wouldn't see every day is a great opportunity. It's great to work with people and know everyone's skill set and make sure that we can pass on our knowledge to our peers.
We are engaged in the Best Linguist Competition 2025. I think our chalk performed pretty well. We were pretty strong at some of the language events, and I think we briefed well to the commanders. I think the whole joint environment, seeing the Navy and the Marines out here, working with the Air Guard and the Army Guard and various active duty units, just shows us that our mission is important and that we are contributing those folks forward, and we might be forward ourselves in the near future.
Inside the site exploitation portion of this, teams are assigned a specific site to exploit. That site is an enemy vehicle that has been bombed out, for lack of better terms, and then inside that enemy vehicle there is information that is vital to our intelligence gathering.
We just collected a bunch of stuff in a car with night vision goggles on. Now we have to go to cipher that. Every member of our team speaks a different language, so we all get to participate in painting the full picture and bringing all these languages together.
We're cementing relationships that are vital and critical on the battlefield.
It's been a great experience. We get to meet so many different people, and we don't often get to see the Guard units, and so it's been great.
I joined, for language to open up my worldview, to get a taste, and to serve my country. But I continue to serve because I love building, I love developing the next generation. So it's beyond doing the work, sitting on the cans and doing everything, but developing the best of the best to do that, when I eventually take off this uniform.